Dhammang namasami. Supatipanno bhagavato savaka sangho. Sanghang namami. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Thank you very much. Now, before we start the discussion, I would like to invite you to have meditation for 3 minutes. Thank you. So, the discussion topic for today's seminar is meditation technique by Mogok Sayadaw. I would like to just give a brief introduction about Mogok Sayadaw, but I don't know much. So if the listener have any question, maybe they can ask from the key speakers. So far, I know that Mogok Sayadaw is one of the most famous monk, meditation master in Myanmar. So he is widely revered and respected by the especially Buddhist people in Myanmar. And of course, in Bangladesh also, he is quite well known, like Mahasi Sayadaw, Mogok Sayadaw also. In Bangladesh, we know that Mogok Sayadaw is a Arahant. But even though we know Mogok Sayadaw, but we don't know much about his meditation technique, as we know the meditation technique by Mahasi Sayadaw. So therefore, today we have opportunity to learn his teaching method and his practice from the keynote speaker. First of all, I would like to invite Venerable Ukundala from Myanmar. Venerable Ukundala is especially expert in Mogok's meditation technique, and also he is doing his PhD, especially on this topic. Along with that, Venerable Ukundala is a meditation master. He is also very well known, and he has many devotees, many followers. So therefore, if listener has any question regarding the Mogok meditation technique, they can raise question as well. So, Venerable Ukundala, please, you are welcome.
Thank you, and very good. The inviting about the Mogok techniques. Thank you very much, the moderator, Venerable Amosinti. And then good afternoon, or dear friends. So I have a chance, I have an opportunity to talk about Vipassana technique or the Mogok Sayadaw way. So thank you very much. So Mogok Vipassana technique. This the origin is the Buddha teaching. So we have the many kind of meditation in the world, especially Buddhist meditation. We can divide it into two parts, which are samatha, tranquil meditation, and vipassana, insight practice. So that is the very, the remarkable. The world meditation is many, the yoga, touching, and then many kind of the meditation in the world. But in the Buddhist is now I already explained about two types. So now, especially today, is the vipassana insight practice. Excuse me, can you mute the can you mute the song, please? The Venerable Amochandi. So that is the during our the Buddha teaching, and we have only the vipassana insight practice. So that practice is the origin is from Buddha. So, or the Buddha disciple practice as well, especially in Myanmar. We have the famous one, famous the Mahasi and Mogok. Another is now nowadays the popular Nepal. Another the Goenga. And then we have many other. We have, but the Mogok Sayadaw way is not international meditation center. We can find in Myanmar international meditation center with the Mogok way, only local. So the foreigner, they didn't, they don't have any chance to learn the Mogok way, especially in Vipassana. So that's why today's topic begin the techniques of Vipassana meditation of the Mogok Sayadaw from Myanmar. So what is the Mogok Sayadaw techniques about the Vipassana? So especially we should know why we should learn, we should practice Vipassana meditation inside practice. So first of all, we should know about this. So as you know, we are Buddhists. So to attain a nirvana, to relax on absolute peace, this is the final goal. Not only that, nowadays very popular inside meditation, because the Vipassana techniques or the insight practice can heal, in a mundane, many the problem can solve to the many problem. For example, the emotion, the negative emotion that's which are stress, the sorrow, and then mental disorder, and the depression, and then violence in the war. So can solve. That things are originates come from the mind. Who began a violence? Who began now the fightings in the Western, in Myanmar as well, each other. This started from where? From mind, from mind. This started from mind. I willing to fight. I willing to invade to Ukraine. So that's why started from mind. If we know the mind, how to control, we can be peace. So this is the one thing. So that's why in the mundane level, we can solve with the insight practice. So now, I told already why we should learn the Vipassana insight practice. That's two things. One is to attain a nirvana, and then second is we dispel defilements like the stress, violence, to overcome all the negative emotion. So these two, how wonderful can heal those the negative emotion in the present life. That's why very popular in the Western and then Eastern. So practicing the insight practice. So that's why today is the Vipassana can help everything. And so even attain nirvana as well. So if you want to attain nirvana, first step is we have, first level is we have to reach Sosapanna, first train winner, first level. That is, we have to cut off the two kind of defilements. That is the wrong view and doubt. So we have to know exactly that is. If we don't know how can go the way, if we know that dispel these two defilements or to the negative emotion, wrong view, and the doubt, dignity, and vichisector, we have to cut off the first level. If we don't know properly these two defilements, how can we cut off? So that's why before vipassana meditation, we have to know this, how to dispel the wrong view with the understanding. This is the key. Mogok Sayadaw teach is like this. That is, if we know with the understand, with the listening or with the learning from the book, learning from the audios, or learning from the teacher, learning from the instructor, if we know properly how to dispel the wrong view and doubt, that is, nyanta pataya. It is called the understanding of the study. We can say also one theory. We have to understand the theory. And then second level, we can go that practically. That is the insight practice, vipassana. That is called in Pali, tirana parenya. With a deeply, the practically mean, we have to observe our mind and body, which are impermanence, suffering truth, and then non-self. Those are the universal law of the characteristics. This, if we know deeply with the practicing, this is called tirana parenya. This is that practically we practice. At a time, also that dispel the wrong view and deity, wrong view and doubt with the practically. After practicing, we can gain first stage of nirvana. We dispel the wrong view and doubt, the totally uproot. At a time, the end of vipassana for first stage of nirvana, sotapanna. That is called Pahana praying. So that is the Buddha also said, this is I talking about the vipassana according to the Dhamma Pavasana Sutta as well. Chakkhong Udapadi, Jnana Udapadi, Aloko Udapadi. So that is how to knowing with the understanding, how to knowing with the practically, how to the end of the practicing. So finally, the Kodanya, Anyati Kodanya. So finally he know. This is he gained the first stage of nirvana. So this is the way, is the middle way, according to the first sermon of the Buddha teaching. So Mogok Sayadaw way is this way. So how to understand the wrong view, how to dispel the wrong view and doubt, to have to know our body, mind and body. And then if we know mind and body, we know the Dhamma. If we know the Dhamma, we know our body. This, if we know our body, if we know our mind and body, we know the Paticcasamuppada. So Buddha said, your Paticcasamuppada pasati, saw Dhammam pasati. Thought Dhammam pasati, Paticcasamuppada pasati. So this is the vice versa. If we know the Paticcasamuppada, we know Dhamma. So what does this mean, the Paticcasamuppada, dependent origination? That is, cause and effect. Where? On our mind and body, not other. Our mind and body come from the cause. Without cause, we begin the wrong view. So that's why we our mind and body. Now I'm talking about the body. We have the, as you know, the 5 aggregates: feeling, perception, mental formation, consciousness, and the form. We have 5 aggregates, and then we can divide it into 2 parts. Form begin at rupa, khanda, and the body, and the other 4 are the namek khanda, begin at the mind. So we can divide it into 2 parts of the mind. Why begin at mind and body? Because of in the past, we did ignorance. What is the ignorance? This is the awaiter. What is this? This is not knowing the full noble truths. We didn't know. If we know, we have already escaped, or we can overcome our suffering. But we still suffering because of human life suffering. Old age suffering. Now we are old age. One day we will die. We're still suffering. We didn't escape. So we didn't know the full noble truth. Very sure we have the ignorance. The ignorance began, we did the sankhara, and then kaya sankhara, vasita sankhara, mano sankhara. We did the wholesome and unwholesome. Because of wholesome, now we are the human life. But reality is the mind and body. If we know like this, we know cause and effect. We know dependent origination. We know clearly. We know the right understanding. That is the key. Because nobody creates art, only cause and effect. We cannot find any human being. We cannot find any me, I, you, only mind and body. We cannot find any monk as well, with the ultimate point of view. That is the understanding dependent origination. We know cause and effect. That is the stop, the dispel, the Sakaya deity, identity view. If we understanding, that is called Nyanta Prajna. And then we practice inside our mind and body with the watch and observe. With the Chaitanupasana, with Nanupasana, doesn't matter. You choose one. For today, I focus on Chaitanupasana. We are the 6 sense door: eye door, ear door, nose, tongue, and the body and mind door. We appear as 6 mind: eye consciousness, ear consciousness, nose, tongue consciousness, body, and mind consciousness. We watch and observe. That is arising, passing away. Because cause and effect. Cause also, for example, when I see you, when you listen in my sound, at the time your eardrum became eye consciousness, appear the ear consciousness in your eardrum, because my sound appear and you have the eardrum contact ear consciousness. So nobody create, just cause and effect. This cause, my sound was always arising, person away. Our eardrum, your eardrum also arising, person away. Became ear consciousness. We cannot say this is permanent. Impermanence. Ear consciousness is impermanent. The same way, eye consciousness, nose consciousness, tongue consciousness, body consciousness, and mind consciousness arising, passing away. If we know deeply with the practicing, watch and observe on 6 sense door, that is vipassana, real vipassana. This is the Tirana Prajna. If we practice, carry on, keep on, bhavitapa, the vipassana is there, not only for a while, not only for a moment. We have to practice again and again. Finally, we can dispel the wrong view and adopt totally uproot. At the time, the end of vipassana, in the conclusion, we will conquer. we will gain, the first stage of Nirvana. That is the Buddha teachings or the Vipassana, or Mogok Sayadaw also follow Buddha teaching with the Parinyan, according to, the Paticcasamuppada, according to the first sermon, according to the four foundations of mindfulness, the Mahasatipatthana Sutta. So finally, that is we will gain the first stage of Nirvana. At the same time, according to Mahasatipatthana Sutta, who practices four foundations of mindfulness, he will be overcome sorrow, lamentation, grief, and stress. We can overcome all. We will peaceful mind, and we can solve in the mundane level whatever any problem with the using mindfulness meditation vipassana, and then we can overcome all suffer, and then finally we can gain, we can realize the first stage of nirvana. This is the absolute peace. That is the teaching and the vipassana meditation. Thank you very much for your pay attention.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you very much, Ujing Kundala, Venerable Ujing Kundala, for your deep and enlightening speech on the selected topic. Is very practical, very deep. I think for the new people is difficult to understand, but your speaking is very deep, because you are not only just a meditation master, you also good practitioner. I would like to give a summary about the Venerable Ukundala's talk, because the Venerable Ukundala, what he may try to mention is that Mogok Sayadaw's meditation technique is popular only in Myanmar and in other neighboring countries, but this technique is not recognized internationally. So therefore, today is the opportunity to learn, because not many monks have ever disseminated this teaching to foreign monks. I think Venerable Ukundala is one of the Myanmar monk. In the future, he is going to disseminate and share the technique to other foreigners, so that this technique will be popular. So the purpose of this practice is to free from greed, hatred, and delusion. To free from greed, hatred, and delusion means that to free from the suffering or to attain the nibbana. That means the for the twist, but there are level to attain the arahatship. First step is the sotapanna, and for that we have to cut out the wrong views and doubt. So in the process, that when we are able to cut out the wrong views and doubt, then we achieve the second step. In this same process, we finally attain the arahatship. But the most important thing is that the Mogok Sayadaw's meditation technique is the based on the analysis of the mind and rupa. So actually, here I would like to mention one point, like analytical meditation is very similar. So when we analyze about the dukkha, when we analyze the human body, because when we analyze the mind and rupa, mind is the mind, and mind actually has the in the category of the mind, there are another mind consciousness. But when we see the rupa, then we see the body, how our body is formed, how our body is comprises of. So when we are able to distinguish this thing, when we are able to see this thing, then it is easy to understand that there is no self, no soul, no atta. So everything is anatta. But the most important thing is the cause and effect. So cause and effect will depend on origination. Just now what I have just analyzed is based on the cause dependent origination. That means the very purpose of this analyzation is to understand that everything is impermanent, and what is impermanent is the dukkha, and what is the dukkha, is the impermanent. And that actually the Buddha described in the Dhammacakkappavattana Sutta. There is a dukkha, the cause of the dukkha, there is way leading to the dukkha, and finally the path to the nibbana. So there is a noble eightfold path that I hope the listener already know that when they follow the every step of the noble eightfold path, then there is the way to get rid of the suffering. So this is the brief summary of the most venerable Kundala's discussion. Thank you, Venerable Bante, for your deep and enlightening speech. And if listener has any question, they are still available to ask question, please. Then now I would like to invite next speaker. The next speaker is Venerable Khema Saramon. He is also a PhD candidate from Myanmar, good speaker and very friendly, very kind, and very energetic monk. He is not only practical monk, also a very energetic monk. Especially he is a good in the leadership. So without further ado, I would like to invite Venerable Mon Khema Sara to share his idea and experience on the selected topic, meditation technique by Mogok Sayadaw. Venerable Mon Khema, are you there?
Yeah.
Please, you're welcome.
Yes. Thank you so much, Venerable Amo Sunday, for your nice introduction about my program and my message. And say good afternoon to my brother and sister, and happy to see you all again for this week. Today we're going to discussion about the technique meditation by the Mogok Sayadaw, who is a famous popular meditation master in Myanmar and well known in the ancient time. As vulnerable, the most vulnerable Mogok Sayadaw, he is excellent teacher to practice meditation. He very excellent. He is well known in the ancient time. Most of the people is trying to follow and practice Mogok Sayadaw. Therefore, today we are young Buddhist students to learn, to understand the techniques, the Mogok Sayadaw, what kind of techniques he train his practitioner to be practice meditation. Concerning with the Mogok Sayadaw, to my brother and sister, I would like to mention, first of all, is the techniques, and secondly, I would like to mention about a general idea. In the techniques mean when we are Buddhist monk, Buddhist nun, Buddhist flower practice meditation, most of us, even to include the Mogok Sayadaw, to try to practice and the samatha meditation and vipassana meditation. Into samatha meditation and vipassana meditation, most of the time Mogok Sayadaw try to practice and mindfulness meditation as well. Mindfulness meditation as well, including anapana kamathana practice, breathing in, breathing out. Therefore, the most vulnerable Mogok Sayadaw, he practice, focus on the practice and training to practitioner to for foundation of the mindfulness and anapana kamathana sati anapana kamathana he practice. During his practice, some of the practitioner sometimes they got a problem concerned with the practice techniques, and then how to train the practice with the techniques with Mogok Sayadaw. Therefore, this Mogok Sayadaw is way in the ancient time very, very famous, very popular. That is the was Mogok Sayadaw practice, focus of practice, his technique, and continue to the samatha meditation. And another one is vipassana meditation. Mogok Sayadaw practice vipassana meditation is he used to like three kind of characteristics in the Buddhism. Is he used to test, understand the nature of the problem, and then practice every day, every time. At the end of the practice, most of the practitioner get the benefits from his practice, from practice his techniques. That is the Mogok Sayadaw, how he used the mind to be practiced his methods. For the secondly, about the general knowledge, the people practice meditation. Most of the practitioners who practice meditation and samatha vipassana, they are all learning, study from his body and mind. We are always brother, Dhamma brother and sister. Our human being is body and mind is our master. We practice samatha meditation, vipassana meditation to learn from our body and mind. What should we learn? What should we should know about our body and mind? To be care of our physical pain and mental pain and emotional, to be observed and controlled, then to be bring peace of life and peace of the society, harmony of the community, and happiness in the life. We are practice, Dhamma brother and sister. Now we are all see already the people had a lot of suffer. The people had a lot of problem in the society in the present moment. According to the meditation master view, because of the conflicts and non-violence, because they never learn about body and mind, their body and mind in the Buddhism side. And philosophy said, and physical and mental mind and emotional, they never learn in society. Therefore, society is start a lot of conflicts between country by the country, nation by the nation. That is the problem start from the problem starting from our mind and body. We practice samatha vipassana while mind and body is always still complex with each other design. Therefore, a Dhamma brother and a sister, in my conclusion, learning in our body and mind to bring peace and harmony and happiness in society, in the country, in your life is practice meditation. Mogok Sayadaw, he practiced meditation used Anapana Kamathana Sati and 4 foundation of the mindfulness to learn from our body and mind to understand the nature of the human being to bring peace in the society. Now in Myanmar, we don't have peace because no one practice meditation techniques. Mogok Sayadaw. They're just talking. Oh, Mogok Sayadaw is very good, very nice. Just speak, just only speak. In their mind, their body, never practice. That is the reason issue occur in Myanmar. The reason is just speak is vocabulary. That is not the real. The real is practice. Practice by yourself, learn from mind and body. That is surely bring peace and happiness in the society. And thank you so much for our Dhamma brother and sister. And thank you so much for moderator. And thank you so much for audience who is participation, listening in the online, in the outline, and in the YouTube as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Venerable Monkema, for your deep and enlightening speech. As Venerable Monkema mentioned, that Mogok Sayadaw practices both integrated, we should say integrated, but Vipassana as Samatha into his practice. And Monkema also mentioned that by learning his method, many people were benefited, many practitioners were benefited, although many people also did not understand the meaning of his real teaching. And finally, in his conclusion, Venerable Monkema mentioned that learning meditation with the body and mind leads us happiness. So there's very powerful message. Thank you, Venerable Monkema, for your kind sharing, for your deep and enlightening speech. Now, I would like to invite the third speaker. I think the Bhikshuni Dole Aunty is absent today. So therefore, I would like to invite Siali Sudarsana. And before I invite her, I would like to give a brief introduction about Siali Sudarsana. Siali Sudarsana is a PhD candidate at International Buddhist Studies College, Mahachulalongkorn University, Rajvidyalaya University of Thailand. And she is a good verses in Pali and good practitioners also, very key, very peace and calm, good experience about the meditation. So I hope the listeners will have more experience about listening Siali Sudarsana. Siali Sudarsana, are you there?
Yes. Yes,
okay, please,
I'm here.
Please, you are welcome.
Yes. Good afternoon, Dhamma brother and sister. Thank you so much. Introduction and invitation to me. Dhamma topic is meditation technique by Mogok Sayadaw from Myanmar. The most vulnerable Mogok Sayadaw's technique is very important. To be accomplished meditator by his devotees explains that sensation arise whenever there is the impact of the three phenomena. These are sensation, organ, objects, and consciousness. Depending on phasa, there arise sensation, phasa pisaya, vedana. He lays great emphasis on sensation for sensation is then proximate cause at craving. Dependent on sensation, there arise craving, vedana, visaya, tanha. In order to eradicate craving, which is the cause of suffering, it is very important to observe the arising and perished of sensation. The importance of the realization of the true nature of sensation because that according to the law of dependent origination, Prasad Maupada, sensation is the most critical point where I either remain bound to suffering or frees oneself from it. Furthermore, Mogok Sayadaw repeatedly reminded the meditator not to personalize or identify feeling or sensation with the notion of I, which does not really exist. It is feeling or sensation that feel good or bad, pleasant or unpleasant. Sensation must be recognized and realized, which insight that each sensation is transit, impermanent, and never remain the same for two consecutive moments. The meditator should make every endeavor to comprehend the arising and present of sensation by means of constant mindfulness. As the meditation gets nature and deeper, he highlights that sensation is simply a process of the arising and vanishing of mental phenomena. This constant change realized through direct experience, educate impermanence and satisfactoriness and bigness of self or soul. My experience is when I practice method of the most vulnerable Mahasi Sayadaw. At that time, I practiced inside meditation 75 days. When I practice the method of Mahasi Sayadaw and I read the book written by the most vulnerable Mogok Sayadaw. I like it the most vulnerable Mogok Sayadaw post because of this book is very good for me. Mogok Sayadaw overall is very good. He remind to a devotee to practice heartily. This the most venerable Mahasi Sayadaw. We are retreat is extensive retreat. We began to practice from in the early morning 3 o'clock to 10 o'clock 10 p.m. at midnight. In the Mahasi Sayadaw instruction, yogis will have to practice meditation the whole day. So I practice inside meditation the instruction of the most venerable Sayadaw method. This is very good result for me, and when I out of the routine and I balance all for me, and Mogok Sayadaw and the most Mahasi Sayadaw method is the same. The most venerable Mahasi Sayadaw method is rising and falling of the abandonment. The Mogok Sayadaw method is main object is breathing in, breathe out. Now I am practicing meditation, both methods of the most venerable Mogok Sayadaw and the most venerable Mahasi Sayadaw. When I practice sitting meditation, I used to note breathing in, breathe out also. This is valid to me. The both method is valid to me. So I thank you so much, the most venerable Mahasi Sayadaw and the most venerable Mogok Sayadaw. Thank you so much for your attention.
Sadhu, sadhu.
Sadhu.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Siale Sudarsana, for sharing your deep and enlightening experience. So you have mentioned some important topic, like the main cause of the suffering is the craving. And in order to free from that suffering is the practice of the non-self. And pertaining to that point, you also have mentioned that Mogok Sayadaw, he emphasized on the non-self. That means not to personalize or identify with the feeling. And especially his teachings is based on dependent origination. But the more interesting fact is that, as you have mentioned, both Mogok Sayadaw and Mahasi Sayadaw techniques are similar. So Mahasi Sayadaw, he emphasized on the rising and falling, and Mogok Sayadaw emphasized in breathing in and breathing out. So the same. Yeah, actually similar, but the different explanation of the teachers. So different teacher, different explanation. Even in Thailand also, there is one teachers, they call a Lumpotian, bodily movement. They said that this is like also meditation, vipassana meditation, but they said you have to start with the moving of your body. Suppose you're moving your body like this, and you have to concentrate on your mind on the body. This is the same technique invented by Lumpotian in Thailand. So different teacher, different explanation, but both these explanation are useful for the yogi. That's very important. Thank you very much for your deep and enlightening sharing. It's very nice. I think also your Wi-Fi have some problem, right? Your Wi-Fi is very slow.
A little poor.
Yeah, very slow. That is why sometimes you are talking also not clear. Somehow, no problem. Thank you. Now our past session is finished. Now we are going to change the second session. For the second session, we have listener, Venerable Apanyasara and Bhikshuni Dotin and Siale Kamanandi. First of all, I would like to invite Venerable Panyasara to ask question or to share his idea and experience on the selected topic. Venerable Panyasara, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, please, brother, you are welcome.
Yeah. So thank you very much, the more Venerable Sandy, so for the invitation to me to share my knowledge. Especially today, I learned from the speakers. They are very good point to mention about Mogok ways, Mogok technologies. Especially the Venerable Conrad, he is the expert of Mogok ways to learn many years. Because of he decided to practice and to share the Mogok way for the people. This is the very good, had many knowledge from the Mogok way. Today I learned from you the many experience, the many knowledge about Mogok. So today our discussion is also meditations technologies by Mogok way. We can see that this in my country it is very famous in my country, the Mogok technology. The most of technology. Also, there are Mahadi. We also the most of the people like to follow the practice the Mahasi way. So nowadays, in my country, there are many ways to practice the Buddhist meditation, Pahaut, the Mahasi, the Sangha coach, many, etc. But nowadays, the Mogoks and Mahasis, they are very famous. So I understand the Mogok technology because of I also go to Mogok centers in the Pahang city. That before go to Thailand, I write I write there to practice Mogok way. So here I understand there are 5 technologies to get the meditators. This is very good ways. I understand that. So number 1 is all the meditators enter Mogok the center. So they had to understand the precise Bhadat before practicing. This is the foundation of their Mogok center. They had to understand. They deeply understand the precise Bhadat. So we can see that in the Mogok, the group, especially the Mogok Sayadaw, create one of the Mogok, the circle, Mogok circle. Circle. This is very deeply. So we need to understand the deeply the Mogok the cycle. This is very also the other. So for the meditator in the Mogok center, they had to get the precise Bhadat. They had to understand the precise Bhadat before the practicing. what is the smoke barat. Depend on the ways that depend on vessel. They rise the singarat. The material is dependent on the singarat. They rise vinyana. Number two is the dependent on the vinyana. The right is the nama rupa, the body and mind. Number four is the dependent on the nama rupa. The rise the salayana. Salayana means the support the sense. Number is the dependent on the vessel. The rise the vedana. Vedana means the feelings. Number seven is the dependent on the vedana. The rise the dana. Number eight is the dependent on the tana. The rise the upadana. Rise the bhava. Number 10 is the dependent on the bhava. The rise the jadi. 11 dependent on the jadi. The rise the dhara. So before the practicing, they get the lecturer or the teacher, the Kamatana, or get to the about Bharat for meditation. So this is very clear to understand Bharat. This all meditators in Mogok syndrome. The first they get method. They get method about Bharat to the meditators. Number one. So number one technology, all the meditator, they had to understand Bharat. Number two is they had to deeply understand the Rupa. This is body and mind. In the Mogok syndrome, all meditators, they had to understand about body and mind before the practices. So that's why in the Mogok syndrome, the most of the teachers or the Gamatana, they clearly mentioned about what is the Rupa, what is the Namat. They mentioned all meditators also had to understand about body and mind. What is the body, what is the mind? We had only body and mind. Before practicing, we had to understand ourselves. That's why the Gamatana get clearly message about their body and mind to their all meditators. So that's why the number two technology is before practicing all meditator, they had to understand. Number two technology is they had to live. They had to live their deity, especially around you. After practicing, they had to understand. They had to live on their misdeeds. Number four technology is they had to understand how to practice the meditation, especially the Mogok way is focus the breathing in, breathing out, the Anapana state. In the mechanic or the Mogok center, also they use method about their Anapana state. We can see that there in Abhidhamma, they had four fully type sort the follow to the so finance the five technology is the also meditators going to their Mecca Disa after practicing. They understand what is the cause of suffering, what is the especially so after practicing or during the practicing, they have to understand that the four noble tools, and they're going to their Megatisa related to the Nibbana. There's 5 kinds of by the Mogok ways. Because of, I also learned from the Mogok technology in the Mogok Sayadaw. I understand that about Mogok the ways. So this is the very useful for the meditators. So finally, the knowledge, the Mogok is the Mogok technology is the very famous and very useful in my countries, also in the other country. So also the Mogok way is normally the Mogok way is used in my language. So other countries there are other Mogok way. So we need to do using the international language to share the Mogok way to the famous in the world. So that's why I also like the Mogok technology, Mogok ways to practice the meditation when they will be the achieve the Nibbana, will be conquered, the Nibbana will be overcome the all defilements, will be overcome the all negative emotion. So thank you very much, all my brother and sister.
Thank you very much, Venerable Brother Panyasara, for your deep and enlightening speech. I think today we have internet problem from MCU. Okay. And now I would like to invite another speaker, listener, Bhikkhuni Dotin. Sister Bhikkhuni Dotin, are you there?
Yes, yes.
Please, you're welcome to share your experience and idea about the topic.
Yes.
You're busy.
No, but I cannot see me. Where?
You cannot see.
Why I cannot?
We can see you.
We can see you.
Do you see me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really, but I cannot see myself. Oh, really?
This is called anatta. This is called anatta.
No.
Why
She
I
has
cannot?
power. She has power.
Yeah.
You can see
God of
you.
the Lord.
Avinya.
Mera.
Carry on.
Why?
Mera.
Why?
Yeah, we heard your sound clearly. We can.
Okay, you just start.
Clearly.
Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Good afternoon, brother and sister. Thank you for your inviting me, Venerable Amosati. Today, see all of you again. And yeah, really, before I didn't know Sayadaw Mogok. I just know about this. That's Venerable maybe 2 years ago from the Venerable Kundala. But just know like this, I also don't know clearly about that Sayadaw. So, and also his method, meditation methods. So that reason today I also don't any idea to share for all of you. I just want ask questions. This is good for me.
Please go ahead.
Now yes. Now I would like to ask questions. I ask Venerable Kundala, please say me how to clearly about the Mogok Sayadaw meditation methods. Like for example, the first if like for example, when I try the meditation center of Mogok Sayadaw, the first how I can practice. It means step by step. How what kind step with me when if I try like this? I want to know like this. How many steps when start? And this is the first question. And second question, he also applies the for foundation of mindfulness, right? But what kind of for foundation of mindfulness he apply and he practice, he follow? For example, body or feelings or mind or the Dhamma. This is the two my questions. You answer me. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you very much for your very nice question. So first question is how many steps to practice the Vipassana by Mogok Sayadaw teaching. And second question is the four foundation, how to practice with the Vipassana by Mogok Sayadaw teaching. So this is a very good question. Thank you very much, Bhikkhuni.in. Yeah, how many steps? Yeah, before I also roughly explain, we have, we can say that 3 steps. Actually, only 2 steps. We have the 3 steps, Nyanda Pranya, Dharana Pranya, and Bahana Pranya. We go to these 3 steps. Nyanda Pranya, I explain theory. We learn theory first. This is a theory, Nyanda Pranya. For example, the mathematics student, we have to learn a theory first, you know. This is very important. Theory is the not other theory by Buddha teaching. Buddha 2,500 years ago, he teach about the meditation. And for example, connection with the body, mind and body, connection with the defilements, connection with the Paticca connection with the truth, connection with the dependent origination. So this is all a theory. Now we're learning theory in MCU, like this. So like the mathematics student, we have to learn theory. And the second, practice. Practically, we have to apply that theory. And that is level is we no need to practice studies. That is the do Dhamma, not you, not me. This do Dhamma, that dispel, uproot, dispel the wrong view and doubt. This is the using a Four Noble Paths, the end of practicing the supramundane level. It did. We don't need to do anything. We do 2 steps. We have the 3 steps, but we will do 2 steps. First, the theory and practically. So practically is, everybody know the Vipassana is the focus on our mind and body, that they are arising, passing away, suffering, is a non-self. This everybody know. But Mogok Sayadaw one name you. Don't practice first. Don't practice Vipassana first. Have to learn theory first. That is a key. And that theory, what are they? Buddha teaching? That is dependent origination, cause and effect learning. What is the benefit to learn the cause and effect, dependent origination? To dispel the wrong view, to understand the wrong view, begin the right view. That's why. Because if we go to the spiritual path, we go to the supramental level. First that we have to reach the first state level, Sosapanna, the first string winner. That is, have to uproot 2 steps, 2 defilements, wrong view and doubt. So we have to deeply understand the wrong view. So to understand dependent origination, automatically stop the wrong view. With understanding, not yet practicing. This is theory. So this is very important. That's why Mogok Sayadaw said, don't practice to the right, arising, person away, and it's all right, impermanent. Don't practice first. To understand the wrong view, that with the learning dependent origination, cause and effects. If we understand cause and effects, this we cannot find any ego. We cannot find the wrong view, that is cause and effects. We cannot find a sentient being. We cannot find me, you, he, she, just cause and effects. Our mind and body, just cause and effects with the ultimate point of view. Why we know like this? Because we know cause and effects. We know dependent origination. This is the first step. So we learn deeply. We listening from who can say, who can comment, who can guideline. So we have to learn from those teachers. The Kalyanamitta, we can say. And we can read a book as well from the who is the very good guideline to dispel the wrong view, to begin the right view. This is the first step, very important. That's why how to step to understand dependent origination, cause and effects. So why we learn to dispel the wrong view, second step, automatically. We cannot find a woman, we cannot find a man. So that is that we can escape from the identity view, Sakaya deity. So that's why dispel the wrong view with the understanding. And then that's coming practicing vipassana meditation. Because we understand the wrong view, and then with the practicing at the time, our mind and body, this is I'm coming to the second question. So when we understand from the teacher, from the instructor, from the master, and then we understand all. We know that this theory, like the teacher and the student, mathematics student, we understand that theory. Okay, do it homework. Do it calculate a homework. So that is the have to practice meditation. So how to practice? So going to second question. We are the 4 foundation. So we can divide it into 5 aggregates to 4 foundation. So Arupa go to the form, the contemplations on form. This is the Kaya. So and second is Chaitanupassana. If our mind, consciousness, going to Chaitanupassana, contemplation on mind. We have the feeling, 3 feeling, present feeling, unpresent feeling, and neutral feeling, Sukha, Dukkha, and Upekkha. This is going to with Nanupassana Dipatana. And another Sanya Khana and Sankhara Khana. Sanya Khana, this is the perception aggregates, and Sankhara Khana is the mental formation aggregates. These 2 both go to Dhamma, because this is like the Dhamma. What is the perception? Perception means what I say. Do you understand? Do you understand? Yes. You understand that is perception, walking perception. Perception counter, perception aggregate. This is the Sanya Khana. And then mental formation, that is when I talk, if that cut off the online, we cannot hear. We cannot contact each other. This contact is the perception. So this is a little bit deep. So that is the Dhammanupassana. So how to practice with the Mogok way, the 4 foundations of mindfulness? Choose yourself. Choose yourself. What is your mind? What is your mind is the attitude. So depend on you. So that's why Buddha also for kind of mindfulness. We are different parameter. We are different parameter. That's why Buddha choose. Buddha know exactly who can gain an enlightened man. He gave the right, but now no more the Buddha passed away already. We choose ourselves. We choose one. For foundation, you choose one. So Cetanupassana, who want to begin quickly Sosapanna, have to practice Cetanupassana, because the ego, the identity view is appear in mind. Don't touch my mind. Okay, my mind is very hot. Don't touch me because of ego. Even someone take out your one piece of your hair, you dislike because of this is mine. This phone is mine. That's why our mind don't touch. My mind is very hard. So that is mind is together with the ego, with the wrong view. So if we can practice on your mind is rising personal way. This is impermanent. This is the non-self. We cannot find any ego. If we know deeply with the practicing, we can get quickly to enlightenment. That's why who is the more your ego have to practice mind on the mind, the contemplations of mind. That one. And then who is the very greedy, who is the very greedy person. I want if they begin a new phone, so I want them to change to the model, the latest brand. This is the very very greedy person. That kind of person is the craving person, have to practice the Vedananupassana. So Vedana, Pisyatana. If we can practice Vedana, rising person away, Vedana Niyoda, Tana Niyoda. Create Tana cessation. So very easy to cut off the lobha. So the who became a big lobha have to practice the feeling. But this is the very relevant for those meditators. So 2 step already. Who is the very, we don't know understanding, we don't understanding anything, have to choose the very easy way, Kaya Nupassana Dipata. This is the not very difficult. Kaya Nupassana Dipata is the 4 type of Rupa, but we teach all Abhavaya, we can practice. Easy. When you breathe in, breathe out. Yeah. He also want to learn the one of my friend want to learn the Mogok Vipassana, so I open as well. So this is Kaya Nupassana, the Satipatthana. Hi. So now we discuss about the Vipassana as well with the online here. We discuss with the Zoom.
Yeah,
So
let him join. Let him join.
Yeah,
Join
you
the Zoom
can join
directly.
as well. So I give you you have the Zoom.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I
Yeah.
give you the
You
Zoom.
can invite him try our
Yeah,
Zoom.
you can join. Now we're talking about the Vipassana.
Yes.
And then
Mogok Sayadaw.
join here, and then you can Q&A question section. So I give you the link. Okay.
Okay. We are waiting. Tell him, brother. We are waiting here. Where he come from?
He is from Australia, Melbourne.
Oh.
Yeah,
I
that's right.
see. I see.
My friend asked you.
Yeah, from Melbourne, Australia.
Yeah, they heart. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, welcome directly. Now we're waiting you long time.
No problem.
Thank you.
They are also interesting. We're talking about our topic is the Vipassana today.
Yes.
Every Sabbath day.
Yep.
So I give you the Zoom link.
Okay. I'll
Please on.
okay.
Okay. Have you reached the Zoom link?
Yes, here it
Yes.
is.
Okay. Meeting ID
Okay.
and the passcode.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
I'll do that.
You can join it.
Okay, fantastic.
Okay. See you very soon. We wait.
Yep. I'll
Okay.
see you in a moment. Thank you.
Wait. Yeah. We're waiting you.
Yep.
Okay. He will join. So that is your second question is the 4 foundations of how to practice on 4 foundations of mindfulness. That is depend on you. You choose yourself. What is your mind? What is your altitude? Choose one. You a greedy person or ego person, or you don't understand properly person, and then you are very sharp on your mind, sharp up your wisdom. That is, you have to practice the Dhammanupassana. Dhammanupassana is very deep and profound. Just no need to put the label, no need to put the name. Just only your mind directly. Whatever sankhara and nature appear, whatever appear, just pass away. No need to put the name. That is the Dhammanupassana. So that's why we can divide it into 4 parts by Buddha teaching. So we can gain what we want, the nirvana, very easily. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much,
Yes.
Bante, for
Thank
your
you.
nice reply. And thank you very much, Sister Dotin, for your nice question. Good question, good answer. Now
Yes.
we are going to...
Thank you so much.
Okay, now we are going to invite the next speaker, listener, Siali Kemanandi. Siali Kemanandi, are you there?
Yes.
Yes, please, you are welcome to share your idea and experience about Mogok meditation method. Or if you have any question, please go forward.
Yes, good afternoon, Dhamma brothers and sisters. Today I listen a lot. Today, really, I want to listen Dhamma talk from all speakers. So this topic is a very interesting topic because our countries nowadays are very famous. Mogok. About 20 years old in this time, Mahasi Mada is very famous. In my opinion, Mogok, Mahasi, everything, a lot of mothers. I think they said Buddha Dhamma is all are the same, but a different ideas, different techniques. That's why in our countries many methods. And then meditation is a practice where an individual use a technique such as a mindfulness or focusing the mind on a particular object. thought, activity, to attain, to train, attention, and awareness and object. So the Buddha said, Dhammasaka Bosana Sutta, the Buddha already show path, the Noble Eightfold Path, and middle ways. So Mogok Mother also very good, Mahasi Mother also very good, but for our practitioner, what mother is suitable for us, we need to choose. In Buddha time also Buddha Sawaka, Mahasawaka Sawaka, different people, different behind their paramita, who is support the right way. So for example, is in Buddha time, one man is he went to the practice of meditation, but Shintari Buddha showed the meditation, lotus of meditation, changing. Sorry, the Shintari Buddha said that technique is Nisa Dukkha Ananda, but it's a long time he cannot touch the Dhamma. So in this time, Buddha knows that Buddha Sabinyuda Jnana behind his paramita, what is support is his Samvika Jnanas. The Buddha already knows, so that's why the Buddha changed other meditation methods. In this time, easy to begin Arahata. So all mother is very good, interested in very many methods in Myanmar, and also practice. I arrive in Mogok Center, I practice Mogok method. I arrive in Mahasi Dhamma Center, I practice Mahasi method. So all are very good, but I'm really interested is a Mogok method because it's a Mogok method based on a dependent origination. We need to know cause and effect, but it's a samobhada. What is wrong? What is right? We need to know what is a state our wrong. Samsara, around our samsara, what is the stress for us? So this is very important. For meditation person, we need to know three kinds of pranya, nyata pranya, tidana pranya, bahana pranya. Nyata pranya means based on namarupa praseda jnana. Very important. What is paramata? What is naman and rupa? What is pinya? We should be know that what is pinya, what is paramat. So this is very important for us, because we will be at the nirvana. We must be practice more and more every day. So that's why we need to know step by step. The Buddha showed the Noble Eightfold Path, Namarupa Praseda Jnana, every day, step by step. This is we can listen Mogok Sayadaw or Mahasi Sayadaw. Now they're very popular in Myanmar. Rakhine, I forgot his name. Mogok Sayadaw. So many methods in Myanmar. So, but all are the same. Also our goal is nirvana is the same, but many ways, many techniques. So, okay, everything okay for us, but for us, partly we must be know what is genius, what is paramat, what is namat, what is rupa. So after that, we are getting on step by step. One day we will attain nirvana. Thank you so much, our brothers and sisters.
Thank you, sister, for your sharing, for deep and enlightening sharing. Now, already all speakers, they have finished their sharing their ideas. Now we have new member, Joel. So I would like to invite him to our group and give about his introduction. So Mr. Joel, please, you are welcome to introduce yourself to our group members.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Yeah, I'm very new to this. I've practiced a little bit of meditation in the past, in Mahasi, and a little bit of Goenka meditation. And I'm just wanting to learn more and I guess get some guidance on some practice and learning more about the Dharma. Yeah, that's pretty much it, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, happy to know.
Yeah.
And do you have many things to share? How is your experience today?
Yeah, well, it's been pretty short. I guess. Yeah, I guess I'm just trying to take in what I can at the moment and just learn what I can. Very interesting and a lot to learn.
So feel free. We are friends. So join every weekend.
Yes.
I think every 2 weeks we generally conduct this sharing seminar. This is actually 2 weeks. After 2 weeks, generally it falls during our Buddhist holiday.
Okay.
So if you are really interested, please you are join with us and share your ideas. I think it's good for us. We can learn many things from you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you very much, Joel. Yeah, what is now your Q&A question as well? Now you listening from the bikini or nuns. What your mind became a doubt or someone to question, so you can ask to her as well, and you can ask everyone. And we today topic is the meditation techniques by Mogok Sayadaw from Burma. So the topic is like this. Now, first section is we deliver our about the topic already.
Yep.
Now going to second section. So Q&A. So what do you want to know?
Oh, that's a big question. Yeah. I'm not really sure where to start with that. Firstly, I mean, we spoke last week a little bit about the technique and you know, the technique of practice. I guess that's where a big part of my interest is. But also in learning more about the theory behind it, dependent origination, especially just getting more and more familiar with that idea, and and just getting a good background of the theory behind the technique as well. Yeah, but they're big topics. I know it's a big question. Yeah.
Let's break the ice. I will ask you one question.
Yes.
Please share your idea about meditation technique that you have learned in Myanmar.
Yeah. So I've just learned some Mahasi just basically learning to do some walking meditation and some sitting meditation, noticing and labeling experience as it arises. That's I guess. And then I learned the Goenka technique as well, about observing sensation and sort of doing the sweep through the body, observing sensation. And basic shamatha practice.
How long did you practice? Could you kindly tell us about the duration, that how many days did you practice?
Yeah, so Goenka, so Goenka, I've done 2 10-day retreats, and Mahasi, there's been a 1 10-day retreat as well. Yeah, and then I practice at home every day.
That's
I try
good.
and sit hours.
It's good because even though if you know how to practice, the method of doing it alone without any teacher, that's good. But then generally for the new practitioner, they need a teacher. They need they need an advisor, mentor, because initially, we face many kind of problems, especially for the new practitioner.
Yes.
Like you feel some kind of drowsy, you feel sleepy, and sometimes you feel the light, you see light, dark, something, you back pain, something like this.
Yes, that's where I feel I'm at, because I did those retreats quite a few years ago, and about 2 years ago I just started sitting again, just trying to practice again, and I just feel like it'd be nice to have some guidance and have someone to talk to and discuss and help with practice, because there's lots of drowsy and things like that come up. Yeah.
So do you still have that kind of sorry, maybe I asking too many questions. Maybe I will give floor to my friend. Please, brother and sister in Dhamma, if you have any question, please ask Mr. Joel if you have any question. It's very interesting.
So I think, Mr. George, you had many experience to learn about meditation technology, meditation ways, especially you learn from the Mahasi the ways, and you had many experience, right?
Yes.
So I did the science meditators, they are very confused between the samatha meditations and vipassana meditation. So before to practicing, we have to understand what is the samatha meditation, what is the vipassana meditation. So we need to clear. So especially now you learn from the Bhagavad Gita also. I think you have to understand. I think you understand about what is vipassana, what is samatha meditation, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think I understand the distinction. Yes. Yeah.
So this is very important. I think this is very important. I see the center meditators, they are very confused. They cannot understand what is the samatha, what is the vipassana. The same meditator, they are very confused to practice the meditation. So that's why I suggest you to before the practicing, so we have to understand what is the samatha bhavana, what is the vipassana bhavana. Also during the practice meditation, we have to clearly understand.
Yes.
We have to clearly understand samatha and vipassana. Yeah. Normally in the Buddhist meditation, there are 2 kinds of meditation: samatha meditations and vipassana meditation.
Yes.
So and this and you had understand the vipassana and samatha.
Yeah, but my understanding is that samatha is focus on one object to concentrate the mind, you know, to calm and concentrate the mind, whereas Vipassana is more just watching what's coming up, what's arising, the three characteristics, trying to observe the dukkha, anicca, and anatta in whatever's arising and passing. That's my basic understanding of it. Yeah.
Yeah, great. Yeah, this is true. Yeah, Venerable Panyasara, he mentioned it, that is two methods, the samatha and vipassana, most confused. Yeah, most meditator confused. Yeah, this is very clear. You mentioned about the one point in the mind, that is the tranquil meditation, and the many we watch and observe on six sense door, what is appear, rising, person away, that is vipassana. But some in heart, you know, here experience in MCU Machura Longkang Raja Vidyalaya in Thailand. Now I right here. When I go, we have the meditation retreats for 45 days. Every PhD student, we have to compulsory to practice vipassana meditation for 45 days for the PhD program. So at the time we have experience, we have this method is Mahasi, or a master method. So when master, we have, you know, Mahasi method is that we have the interview every day. At the time, our meditator come and interview with the master. So that the one meditator asks to the master, when one wondering or the thinking, before last week also I explained, what should I contemplate? The master said. So you have to repeat again and again, thinking. If we got the thought, we got the emergent, we got the thinking. At the time, how to do the thinking. So that's a little bit problem. So that is what kind of the bhavana, what kind of the meditation. So this is how, like this, the practicing thinking. If we think something, if you thought something, so we thinking. This is what kind of meditation, samatha or vipassana. This is a little bit problem, you know. So most the meditator, they know that is vipassana. That is vipassana. Most of that here a meditator in MCU, Machura Longkang Buddhist University in Thailand, most of that is vipassana, totally vipassana. But actually, my personal the opinion, that is not vipassana. If we do thinking, that is not vipassana. That is satipatthana. That is only mindful on what your focus, not yet to the Zipatthana Bhavana, not yet the insight practice. Before we learning the rising person away and suffering, and then non-self, not yet. So we have to move on to from Satipatthana to Zipatthana Bhavana. You know, Zipatthana Bhavana means is the insight practice. Satipatthana is just samatha. We know everything, just know in the present. So that is samatha. This is my personal the opinion. And then Buddha also said at the sutta, you know, the Mahasatipatthana Sutta, and every paragraph conclusion with the Buddha thought, Samudaya Dhamma Nupasiva, Vaya Dhamma Nupasiva, Citta Same, viharati. What did this mean? Samudaya means arising. Dhamma is that's what you learning. For example, the Chaitanya, yeah, that is our mind. That thought is arising. Vaya is pass away. Vaya disappear. Vaya samudaya dhamma nupasiva. Vaya dhamma nupasiva. Chitta samevira. Your mind is stay like this, arising, passing away. Buddha also conclusion every paragraph of the Mahasipatana Sutta we can learn that paragraph. Samudaya dhamma nupasiva. Vaya dhamma nupasiva. Chitta sme viharati. This Pali word. What does this mean? We have to know, we have to stay like this. That's mind, whatever we thought, that is just arising, just pass away. The simultaneously pass away. This one thing is we cannot catch the arising. That is a key point. We cannot catch the arising. We just catch, pass away. That is the key, because we cannot alive two minds at the same moment. Just the thoughts come in, we contemplate with the eightfold paths or fivefold paths. That is the second mind. Contemplator is second mind. First mind is rising. So we contemplate those, the emerging or our thoughts pass away. Like the river. River, we cannot, we cannot jump, we cannot take baths 2 times. Why? Because the first, we take baths in the river. And then second, jump to the river. This is the new water. First water is gone already. The same way, our the mind process is, we cannot catch a rising mind, just pass away. That is the impermanent. That is cause and effect. That is rising, passing away. This is, if at the time our mind is became the insight practice, this is vipassana. So that is, we have to watch and out. So we can do this is the thinking, but this is not yet vipassana. Thank you very much. So any question and
Any question? Is there any question? Sister Dotin? Sister Sudarshana or Kamanandi? Sister Kamanandi, you have any question? Okay, then I think our time is up. And for today, we are going to end our session. So thank you very much for your sharing, for your deep experience. Today we have learned many things. Also, we have new friend today. We all welcome him. And now we are going to end our session. So I would like to invite Venerable Kundala to end the session.
Okay, we will pay homage to Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha. Araham Sama Sambuddho Bhagava Buddham Bhagavantan Abhivate Swakato Bhagavata Dhammo Dhammam Namasami Supatipanno Bhagavato Sāvaka Sangho Sangha Namami Buddha Sasanam Chirang Taitadu Buddha Sasanam Chirang Taitadu Buddha Sasanam Chirang Taitadu Sadhu Sadhu, sadhu. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
For
Thank
your
you.
much, brother.
you.
See you.
Yeah.
See you
Yeah,
for the
thank
next
you so
seminar.
much.
We
So
start
much.
See you.
maybe
See you.
2.5 hours ago. So that's
See
why
you.
long time.
See you next week.
you.
Yeah.
Okay. Bye-bye.
See you
Thank-
Yeah,
next
see you
seminar.
next week. Take care.
Take
Take care.
care.
See you.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you, George.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.